After numerous requests, the National Institute of Health has finally granted funds to the University of New Mexico in order to test mice for the deadly hantavirus. Although I'm sure the government would have acted a lot sooner if instead of mice, the hantavirus was killing off rich white guys. And in Brunswick, Maine, an outbreak of the deadly canine parvovirus has led to the local Humane Society killing many of its dogs. Gee, I wonder if the Humane Society would kill off victims of canine parvo if instead of dogs, they were rich old white guys. Wildlife officials in Maryland say that increased hunting will be necessary to control the state's black bear population. Gee, I wonder if hunting would be the answer if instead of overpopulation of black bears, there were an overpopulation of rich old white men. Yeah. Yeah. Then I wonder.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
One more thing.
Oh, yeah, one more sport?
This is the weirdest sport I saw. A guy shooting a gun. They had a thing where it was like a target, right?
Right.
And the guy goes like this, and he shoots the gun, right. And then whoever's the best at hitting the target, you know? And it was very odd because, you know, is it really a sport if they give you a gun? You know what I mean? Because the gun is a big part of it, you know? Yeah. Like the speed of the bullet and everything, you know? That's mostly comes from the gun.
Right, it's the gun.
And also, I'll tell you something else, the judges, they don't like giving a bad score to a dude holding a gun.
Yeah, you can't, yeah. Yeah,
you know, they're deciding their score. I don't know, maybe an 8-6, and then the guy's going, "What? Come on, man, what do you... What's my..."
What are you telling me about New York?
Sometimes I find it easier to start my own.
Really, get the thing rolling, yeah.
Just go to huluplus.com/norm. What? I'm trying to speed up through this. Right now, sign up for huluplus.com.
Norm Macdonald's podcast copy?
/Norm.
/Norm? You don't get any money
isn't,
from Norm.
This isn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be /Bill. /Bill. They said Norm. Well, you know what? I like Norm Macdonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm Macdonald.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is a podcast, but it's on the TV also. And I'm here with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egas.
That's right. How are you, Norm?
Good. How are you, Adam?
Fine. Just
excellent.
Fine. Yeah.
Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, right?
You are correct.
Dude, you know how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do? You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking funny.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? Remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier. So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL. And I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so, people know I got fired from this show. So now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up with. And I know that wasn't approved. Sorry for the bad Norm. I'll have Jay Moore on to make up for it.
That was a great Norm.
I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows.
Norm, listening to Norm on Stern or anything, any podcast, listening to, I don't know if you remember when Charles Grodin would do Letterman, and just knowing he's going on there, that it was always a fucking great show.
Oh, yeah,
That's
and
what
people didn't get that he was fucking around.
Yeah.
was
That's how
amazing.
Norm is anytime. If Norm's the guest, I'm fucking listening.
I was at a party with a friend and so I noticed you first. And you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively.
For obvious reasons, we lost Norm Macdonald this week, which was just, you know, I had no idea that he was even sick. And he's a guy that I knew a little bit. I was definitely friendly with him. If we saw each other, we said hello and we shot the shit, but it wasn't like someone that I talked to on the phone or anything. And I was such a huge fan of his, and I would just always end up running into him. And he just always had that smile on his face. Like, as you talk to him, he would have that smile. Just a really great, warm guy. And I remember, I was trying to think what Norm's story to tell you. This one isn't necessarily funny. It was just sort of random. I went out to go see Bill Cosby in concert right before all the bullshit happened, out in Pasadena. And he played this theater out there, which, interestingly enough, was where they had the 25th anniversary of Motown celebration, which is the first place Michael Jackson publicly did the moonwalk. I saw Bill Cosby at that theater, and I remember they had it all set up where, like, they almost built him like a little living room. He had like an Archie Bunker type chair, a little square rug, and then like a side table where he put his water. And he just came walking out, and there was the mic. There was no mic stand. It was just sitting on the chair, and he just came out. You know how he kind of walked a little bent over? Came walking out, waved to everybody, sat down, picked up the mic, and for like almost 2 hours, just, you know, hour and a half, just killed. Just fucking killed. Had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Masterclass of stand-up, right? So I leave with my lovely wife, and I go out front, and who's standing there is Norm Macdonald. He was like, hey, Bill, hey, how you doing? And I talked. It was like, no, what's going on? I was so psyched that he knew my name and all of that stuff, and I think I had met him before. And then we just stood there talking about comedy and how amazing it was to see Bill Cosby and how good he still was. Like I said, this was before all the bullshit happened. And my admiration for the guy, it went even higher. That, you know, I understood why I was there, but I thought Norm was so good that he didn't need to be there. And he was still there, still trying to learn and everything. And I was thinking, like, wow, this is why this guy is so fucking amazing. And, you know, he's just was somebody that you couldn't just watch one video of him. Like, you know, I was saying to Verzi how, like, guys like Ric Flair, Norm Macdonald, there's a few people, if you click on their videos, it's like, say goodbye to the next 2 hours of your life, because everything that they did is so interesting and so different and so funny. And one of my favorite Norm Macdonald things that he ever did, you know, because so many people like pretend that they don't give a fuck, you know, both in my business and in other businesses. You got I don't give a fuck. Hey, you know me, I don't give a fuck. You know, those people that advertise them. Like, that guy clearly, in the best way, didn't give a fuck. He really cared about people and stuff, but like he did what he wanted to do. And when he was on SNL, how big a gig that was, because there was so few channels, the internet hadn't blown up yet. And even with basic cable and everything, I mean, it was still, if you were on Saturday Night Live and you were doing Weekend Update, it was one of the most coveted gigs a comedian could have. And you were part of this lineage of, you know, at that point it was, you know, Chevy Chase, Jane Curtin, right on through to Dennis Miller's reign when he did it. And, you know, did Colin Quinn come after? I think Colin came after, but it was always just like the best of the best comics that they had doing it, and continued on with Tina Fey and all of them. And no one's walking away from that job. And if some suit at NBC tells you they don't like the jokes you're doing and be funnier, you know, you're shaking in your... I'd be like, oh, fuck, you know, I'm going to lose this big gig. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to piss these people off or whatever. I guess he was doing all those OJ jokes, and somebody... I forget how the story went. There was somebody there that knew OJ or something and was telling Norm to back off and move on to something else. So what does Norm do? He just doubles down and he just does even more OJ jokes, which is like, you know, the balls that took to do that. And he ended up losing the gig. He got fired. And people loved him and he was fucking hilarious, but he, you know, he didn't back down to the big fucking guy over there, and he ended up losing the gig. So, you know, as luck would have it, I think it was Dirty Work, came out like a year and a half later or so. So he has to promote it, and he's on the press thing. So Lauren has him back and has him host the show. And I remember he went out there, and his opening joke, he just comes out. And he was just like, something like this. Yeah, it's good to be back. You know, I actually got fired from this show about a year and a half ago because they said I wasn't funny. And now here I am. I'm hosting the show. So that means one of two things. Either I got a lot funnier, or this show sucks. And then he had that big shit-eating grin on his face, and he started laughing. And then he proceeded to do a bunch of OJ jokes.
Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later.
And it was just like that fucking thing about him. And the whole time, I just felt the whole time when people were fucking with him or whatever and trying to take what he had, he always just still had that smile on his face, and he just still did exactly what he wanted to do. And I got so much respect for him. And I feel so fortunate that I got to see him live. So I remember, oh my God, I saw him right after 9/11. The Aspen after 9/11. Aspen Comedy Festival was this big fucking festival that was always a nightmare to get in and out of. Every year it would snow and people would get stuck in Denver, or you get snowed in, you couldn't get out. It was a fucking nightmare. And then as a comedian, you had to perform. It was like a mile higher than fucking Denver. And no one could breathe, and you're performing in front of all these super fucking rich people in front of industry, and you just go up and you would eat your fucking balls, and you're like, why did I come out here? And I remember I saw Joe Rogan do a full set that I still remember, and then I saw Norm Macdonald. It was at the same theater, and I remember Norm came out, and he was doing bits on racial profiling and all of this stuff. I'm not going to butcher the guy's bits, but I remember just watching that full set, and I was like, this guy is one of the greatest comedians I've ever seen in my life. And I thought that every time I saw him. And I don't know. It was a pleasure to know the guy, even on a little level. Just a massive, massive, massive loss to not have him around. And especially now with all of this stupid fucking cancel culture horseshit that is going on, which has way, way, way overstepped its bounds. as it always happens, no matter who's behind it, it always ends up, starting off with something that makes sense, and then that becomes the overreach, and then it just becomes like, hey, is it me, or did you literally become what the fuck you were trying to stop? And we, I don't know, as a comedian, really needed a guy like Norm out there to be eviscerating it and making fun of it and still doing what the fuck you want to do. So if there's any other young comics out there, if you want to see how it's done, watch that guy, because he was the real deal. All right? So once again, rest in peace to the great Norm Macdonald. Just truly, without a doubt, one of the greatest stand-up comedians I ever saw in my life. And just such a great guy. And it's just so sad that he won't be around anymore. But I actually got off the plane in a better mood from just watching literally the beauty of who he was and his work. When I got off the plane, I was actually like, I don't know, there's something about him. I just thought he understood life. Just a really warm guy. God damn it. It's always those guys that go. So there's your lesson. Don't be nice. You'll live forever. All right.
So happy that the moth joke has been getting circulated so much from our Tonight Show, because it is completely outrageous what he's doing. It is, it's the Tonight Show, and he is telling this very long story, and he's taking all the time in the world, and I love it just because even though I was there, I'm delighted every time I see it.
Yeah.
I every time I see it, I'm delighted with it, because what he's doing is breaks every rule. Brevity is the soul of wit. That is the rule.
Yeah.
Keep it, and man, he completely, like Picasso, blew up the form. He goes and he tells this joke forever, and then finally gets to this punchline, and you can see that everyone's delighted, but he has broken every rule in the book. And I was talking to Lori Joe, and I asked her if it's okay if I related this, and she said it was okay. But she said that not too long ago, someone asked Norm about the moth story that he told on our Tonight Show, and that she said, the guy wanted to know what made you have the nerve to do that, and that he said that, it was that goddamn Frank Smiley. He said, I was only supposed to do one segment, and then suddenly in the commercial break, Frank came over and said, like, you're doing another one, because whenever I had Norm, I was greedy. I wanted more Norm. I always wanted more Norm. And so he didn't know that we were going to ask him to do a second segment. He had nothing planned, absolutely nothing planned. And so as recently as like not that long ago, I think this was a couple of months ago, he was telling somebody, damn it, that was Frank Smiley. Hey, get back out there. Conan wants more.
So he heard that joke from Colin Quinn. And he did the segment. And it was he had 7 minutes prepared.
Yeah.
And so he basically You say, and then he's done.
He's done.
You say, we'll be right back with more Norm. And he goes, I've got nothing to say.
Yeah.
So then he remembered the Colin joke, and it was a 20-second joke. So he asked you, how long is the segment?
Uh-huh.
And he was hoping you'd say 20 seconds.
Right.
But you said 7 minutes.
Yep.
So it became a 7-minute joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's doing that. This has to be understood. He's doing this on the fly.
Yep.
So his way to slow it down that he came up with on the fly is he invents.
It's a Chekhov play.
It's a Chekhov play
with Russian names.
And there's a sadness, an ineffable sadness in life weighing on the character's soul. And and I'm thinking, who I've never met anybody who would take that chance and make that choice. And I'll never meet anybody like him again.
He was the ballsiest comedian in the history of comedians.
He was taking that and he was saying, like, the joke doesn't matter. Like that, he would watching that, seeing that clip again. You're getting to see his brain. Yeah. He's just showing you his brain. And the notion that the joke is the thing. The joke isn't the thing.
No, it's the journey.
It's taking a stroll through this guy's brain and hearing the choices that he makes and what he has to say. And and I think that was like kind of what, like, there was so much of like what he would say, like, well, that doesn't matter, this matters. And what mattered to him was his own self-expression, was spreading his own kind of genius and his own point of view.
So we're seeing it a little bit in process here, but obviously we watch you on late night shows. We hear you. I just heard you on Howard Stern. We watch you on your podcast, and what we find is suddenly we're sucked into the vortex of a nearly 9-minute joke that we have no idea how it emerged or where it will lead and what will happen with it, except that it will be very funny, and we'll be trying to get everybody to listen to it the next day. How do you come saying, "Oh, I have a joke"?
You mean like a street joke, like a real
street joke?
You mean like an actual joke?
Well, I mean like the
like
moth joke or the Dirty Johnny joke.
Yeah, I don't make up those jokes.
They're just out there?
No. Have you ever tried to make up a joke? Like, no comic in the world can make up an actual joke. Like a guy walks into a bar and this happens.
This is startling information.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I thought you come with these things written down on paper, right?
No. They call like a comedian's act jokes, but they haven't been jokes for years. It changed with Alan King to observational comedy. Like talking about crabgrass in your neighbor's fucking yard or something. I don't care for Alan King.
Well, a lot of America is upset right now because there's a huge Alan King audience here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Or maybe it's Larry King. So you're dodging this a little bit. So these are old jokes you're stealing from Rich Little?
Not Rich Little didn't tell jokes. No, but like the moth joke, for instance. Colin Quinn told me that joke, and he said, have you ever heard of the moth joke? Meaning it was a famous joke. And I said, no. And he said, a moth goes into a podiatrist's office, and he says, I have terrible problems, doctor, and I think I'm going mad. And the podiatrist goes, oh, well, that's too bad, moth. But why come to me? I'm a podiatrist. You should be going to see a psychiatrist. Why did you come to my office? And the moth says, because the light was on.
So that's a good joke,
Yes.
but that's not your joke.
That's not my joke. So
No.
I was on the Conan O'Brien show, and I was going to do one segment, and at the end of the segment, he said, we'll be right back with more Norm. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I thought a guy was going to show new Christmas toys. So I said, I don't got nothing to say. And then I remember that Colin Quinn, he said, just talk. So I remember that Colin Quinn joke, and which is about a 20-second joke, So I said, how long is this segment? Hoping he'd say 20 seconds. And he said about 7 minutes, you know. So I made the joke 7 minutes long. No, I was just thinking, you know, because they have that Viagra thing out.
Yeah.
And the other day, you know, Bob Dole came right out and said
he was one of the first.
Yeah. And, you know, you don't want to hear about Bob Dole's cock, you know? I mean, President Clinton's cock, Bob Dole's cock, what the hell? But mostly, an old man like that, an old man, you don't want him to have a super hard cock. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why? Because an old man, you want him to be, got a pipe going, a newspaper, the dog at his feet there.
Well, that, in some corners, is considered pipe.
Oh. But now they're going to have to create some goddamn pill that makes women aroused at the sight of a fucking 70-year-old dude with a super hard cock. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, it's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours.
Right.
So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is, you know.
Refer to Spade.
Oh, man. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it coming.
Dude, I know you didn't. He brought it all around and then a vicious rip kick into his best friend's gut.
Once there's too much cock talk, I try to just zone out for a minute till it goes back the other way.
If there's too much cock talk, this guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes. He goes, no, he's a good guy.
If you're gay, he's a completely straight guy. He gets a lot of ladies. You know that about him with the ladies.
Don't say ladies.
Women, girls.
Okay, thank you. Ladies, what are we, fucking on an FM station here?
He's Don Cornelius.
But these gay guys, man, I was reading, you know about the...
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already...
I just read this thing about the Michael, George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but... But
called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's, you know, George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom,
Right.
and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well, what
is that? What you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But
this
anyway,
is
go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, like, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, ah, you know? You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous
Wait,
pop...
what was she doing? What was that, some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do. Right?
That's what ladies that I know do. But
good to know that primetime exposure's paying dividends there, big
But
guy.
I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, you know, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom,
Like Ally McBeal.
like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, you know, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Olmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Olmeyer since then?
Don Olmeyer I met once, yeah, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office, which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, you know. Like he said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, you know. And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
Well, we got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a
congratulations,
good guy.
man.
Thanks for
You're
coming
100.
on. Norm Macdonald and David Spade. Stick around, guys.
Iron horse of broadcasting.
It's iron. You don't pronounce it iron.
That's what everybody
No,
tells me.
It's the iron horse. Like Lou Gehrig was the iron horse of baseball.
Yes.
The word IRON is iron. No, iron.
Iron.
Right. Not. It should be iron. That's what makes English the world's toughest language.
Yeah.
You know, right? Sure.
It is the
Because
toughest
toughest language
To
to
me,
learn.
it's the easiest.
Yeah.
And
take a look.
it's cast iron.
It's
if I
cast
remember.
iron.
Iron.
Cast iron grilling grates that
Are
are
you kidding when you say iron?
You know what? Don't be like fucking Larry King. That motherfucker, I say iron and he's up my asshole for fucking 4 days.
I heard you had Larry King on here.
Cast
Your
iron.
show that's amazing, by the way. No one gets on Larry King. Larry King gets you.
Cast iron grilling grates. Look at that.
Why doesn't that clock work?
Why doesn't that cock work?
That
No,
clock
it's,
works.
my cock works
Oh,
just
this
fine.
clock
Mine-
over here.
Your mind is going somewhere, Norm.
No, I thought that's what you said. I was trying to...
What? No, iron horse.
What do you say? Iron.
Iron. You got it right.
Iron. You know, I'll tell you this, Larry. Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but who'll forget it.
Try iron.
But here's what I heard Larry King say one time. This woman had lost her child, you know, for some reason. Dead, you know. And then Larry King said, Paul Newman told me you never get over it. Like a psychopath crushing him. That's what I heard Larry King say to a guy once.
What?
The guy had lost his child.
Oh, no.
And Larry King goes, Paul Newman told me you never get over it. It's like some unfeeling psychotic.
I had all my kids on Larry King one time.
Yeah?
You know, and I had my little boy Buck. He was about 7 then. You know, I had all.
You mean
all
it was
5
one of those
my,
ones where it's a bunch of chairs
Yeah,
in there? Yeah.
all 5 of my kids and.
On set?
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting interviewed there, and he asked to talk to everybody, and then he looks at my little boy and he goes, "So who's your mom?"
Well, he said he never researched.
He doesn't do any research.
He goes, my kid goes, "Mom."
But it's
We hate the most.
That's the one thing I fear is dying.
Man, that haunts me.
Because the thought of not existing, you know, it's like, you know what the new thing they call it is? Dirt nap.
Good God, Larry.
That's what they call it, a dirt nap.
You would not say that on Hulu.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I'd say it here.
Terry, he's sitting in the chair you were sitting in, and I asked him, what do you think about most of the time now? You don't have a show anymore. He goes, death. I was like, good God. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do a little breezy conversation. And then he's like, I don't believe there's anything afterwards either. Just dirt. You're smothered in it. I'm like, all right, easy. And he looks like he's been already dead 10 years. He looks so much older than he does, doesn't he?
We saw him in Hawaii.
Calm your fears about death?
Yeah, please.
Be
serious. Are you being serious?
I'm being completely serious. Because I used to be, as he knows, obsessed with it. And I would ruminate it all night on it. And then I came to a realization that you and death will never intersect. As long as you're here, death is not. As long as death is there, you are not.
Yeah, but since you know it's coming.
Oh, but you don't want that.
And we were like, Jesus Christ, it's like, I don't know, like a gargoyle. But then the next month or so, remember, I went to do a show, and he looked good. Like, I guess they put makeup on him.
Oh, yeah, they get the people that work over at Madame Tussauds. but then he lights up, of course. It's like those performers that, like Rickles, and then he's on stage, and all of a sudden, so that's the great thing, I guess. You want to go...
But knowledge, I have the knowledge. I can't take away the knowledge that it's coming. I don't believe I'm going anywhere.
You don't?
Do not. Do not believe in a higher power looking down on me. Why a bomber in Boston? Because if there is a God, he's omnipotent.
Yes.
If he's omnipotent, he could prevent it.
Yes.
Why didn't he prevent it?
I don't know, man, but you got to stop hanging out in that hot tub with Bill Maher all the time and it sounds like you got a God-shaped hole in your heart.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, do you know, on this blue cards, this is where we do our famous quotes.
Because, Janine Ruffalo, she does serious comedy. And then there's that comedian who got shot on stage. He does...
You know what Johnny Carson said that was interesting? He said the comedian's a disease, he called it.
Yeah.
When they become philosophers. He was referring to George Carlin. But we do famous quotes on these shows.
Yes. Okay.
Would you like to read?
Start?
Huh?
When did this start?
It's a new... There had to be a first time that,
Oh, it's been going on for some...
So
this is like those infomercials where they make it like a talk show.
That looks like it. That looks like an infomercial.
And they'll have the one who's the host going,
Remember,
in the years...
Didn't they have Danny Bonaduce?
Oh,
once?
yes.
Yeah.
They make it look like a talk show. And then on the infomercial, I'll say, in the years that this show's been on, and you go, wait a minute, then how come I've never seen it before?
But this is seriously a famous quote.
Okay. All right.
You know our new segment? Famous quotes.
This is going to go over real well.
Spiro Agnew.
Spiro Agnew. I can do one. I remember one card. I goes, you be Ed, okay?
Okay.
Mount Baldy.
Mount Baldy.
That's what I said, Mount Baldy. What did Yul Brynner's wife do on their wedding night? That was a great one. And what about like when you were a kid and you saw The Tonight Show and you go, Burbank, that's funny. Like you go, we're having an affair in Encino, and you'd laugh along, like, even though you didn't know.
And well, on Laughing, they'd always say
beautiful downtown Burbank.
Yes.
Then you go, it must suck, it must be funny.
Oh, yeah.
So are you going to read your famous quotes?
No.
You read your...
And then there was a joke that started after Carson was off the air already.
Yeah.
And this was, it was a popular sick joke. And that was Christopher Walken. And
Christopher Walken.
Yeah. What's something you never see at the Reeve household?
Oh, God.
So you'd actually need a partner to do that joke.
Yeah, see.
Are you going to read your quote?
Yes.
Famous quotes.
Famous quotes. While your man is hard, use one hand to push his penis up toward his stomach. Lick the underside of his shaft by keeping your tongue flat and moving your head from side to side to cover more surface area. Barbara Bush.
Oh, that was Barbara Bush.
I remember she said that in the State of the Union address.
I found these in a book, Famous Quotes.
This one I wasn't aware of.
Well, let's give another one to Gilbert.
Yeah, I think so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Famous quotes.
Oh, Jesus.
Intensify his orgasm by placing 2 fingers an inch behind his balls and feeling for a dent. It's the perineum, a big pleasure trigger. For the last 30 seconds before he comes, massage the spot in a circular motion. Henry Kissinger.
Oh, that was Kissinger. Some people say he was a war criminal.
Yes.
But I don't know about that.
You see, it makes more sense with a German accent.
No, yeah, Kissinger was he went out famously with Jill St. John.
Oh, yes.
Yes. The show could do well in the 70s.
Yes. See, this is kind of education.
Yeah. Adam Egget, he doesn't know hardly nothing. And yet he's manager of the world famous Comedy Store.
The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes. And now, Weekend Update would like to wish a happy birthday to comic legend George Burns, who turned 100 years old today. You know, I don't know the secret to his longevity, but I think I speak for all of us when I say I hope Pauly Shore doesn't know it either. Well, a big seller this holiday season is Michael Bolton's Christmas album, This Is the Time. Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Well, I don't know. This week, the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra, turned 81 years old, and he was honored by having the Empire State Building lit in blue. Also, in Mr. Sinatra's honor, the Empire State Building had the Twin Towers rough up the Chrysler Building. Frank Sinatra turned 80 this week. Frank Sinatra. And although the singer is said to be suffering from Alzheimer's, he had a typically festive birthday. singing a duet with a hooker and having sex with Tony Bennett. Probably going to end up in Jersey with a meat hook up my ass, but it was a good joke.
Celebrating April 1st birthdays. This is a sort of news thing. Russian pianist Sergei Rachmaninoff, who was born on this day in 1872.
Yeah, I know that dude.
Rapper Method Man is 41. Debbie Reynolds turns 80 today. Rachel Maddow is 39. And former German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt would have been 95 today. April Fools. Former German Chancellor Helmut Schmidt is alive and well.
In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday?
Whatever. Kim and Kanye celebrated their baby Northwest's his name's Northwest, his 1-year birthday by throwing a big party. What's that?
It's a her.
Oh, it's a girl. Yeah, Northwest, of course. I should have known by the name.
North, yeah.
Anyway, she had her 1-year birthday, and they threw a big party with jugglers, a bouncy house, and a Ferris wheel. The bad news is that Northwest is a baby, so it doesn't know what the fuck is going on. It's like a Gilbert Gottfried joke.
Okay. Today is the 11th birthday of President Obama's youngest daughter, Sasha, or as I like to call her, the uppity one.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm a regular mortal.
Super Dave Osborne on the line.
I was going to ask you to phone Super Dave. Yeah.
How's it going, Super Dave? Hey,
Happy birthday, Norm.
Is it my birthday?
It's tomorrow your birthday.
Tomorrow's your birthday. That's why I'm calling.
Super
you know
Dave.
I got you? A picture of Sarah Palin's husband.
Oh.
And I had to make the X very big.
That's good.
Oh, no one asked you to comment what's good.
No, I
You know what makes me upset?
What?
Let me tell you what makes me upset is with all the crap that's going on in our country, OJ is not going to be able to vote. You know, McCain thinks that Obama was driving the Bronco.
Oh, he gave you a rim shot,
Yeah,
Super Dave.
that's right.
I know, that's what he does. He gives me a rib. Norm, happy birthday. You know how funny this guy is?
Yeah, I do.
He's the greatest. What's he doing in Chicago?
What are you doing in
Hey,
Chicago?
You know who's lucky or Fox? They got Philadelphia and Tampa Bay.
Philadelphia and Tampa.
That ought to be that might be right below till death do us part.
Once again, the stylings of Super Dave Osborne. Super Dave Osborne with Norm Macdonald in the studio. Norm Macdonald at Zanies. Go to zanies.com for more information. Back to Super Dave, already in progress. Hey, are you voting for Joe the Plumber, Super Dave?
Joe the Plumber. That was the most insane. You know what? I think that McCain, I mean, first of all, he's not the same McCain I used to see. I mean, but he's a totally different man. I mean, I think he's wild. Even his wife doesn't stand too close to him now at the end. But I think there's a trigger word like banana where you get him to come right over the desk.
He did look angry.
Didn't he look angry last night? His eyes were rolling and he almost came. And what I love is when Obama's talking, he goes, yep, sure, yeah, okay.
He did. But I thought McCain won the debate, but everybody
He did, but he was wild.
Yeah, it was
He
insane.
came in there, he was white. It was like like one of those fights where you beat a guy up on the ground, you know, those things.
No, he won. So you believe he did win the debate, right? I thought he made Obama look uncomfortable, I thought.
Yeah, but...
Well, I was uncomfortable, too. How could you not be uncomfortable?
Let me hear something here.
Senator Obama, I am not President Bush. I don't care about an old washed-up terrorist. If you wanted to run against President Bush, you should have run 4 years ago.
Why would he call him a washed-up terrorist?
You know what would have been funny is if when he said, do you think Sarah Palin could be president, that all of them just laughed till the debate was over?
I tell you, they should have had that music. I think Bob Schaefer, though, is the best moderator. I was saying that.
He really is, except he fell asleep once.
During it.
But yeah, he kept forcing them to answer the question.
You know that if Sarah Palin and Dan Quayle had a baby, it would be George W. Bush.
Super Dave, you gotta keep this stuff for Match Game.
Oh my God.
Match Game.
Why did you bring that.
Now, wait a minute. What are you talking about? No, tell me. Norm, tell me.
You know what? I'll tell you something, Johnny. I'm never calling you again. And Norm, I love. First of all, Norm is the funniest man in the world, and he's a great father, but he's impossible to get a hold of.
I just got a hold of him.
Yeah, but he never calls you back. You leave messages, and he never calls you back.
No, we got to get together, though, man.
No. You always say that, and we always do, and we never do.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, Super Dave? This will pay. Now it makes perfect sense to me. I hear this about you, Norm. That Super Dave, I don't believe I don't think he's embellishing. I think he's telling the truth.
No, I am telling you the truth. Let me tell you something. How old are you going to be tomorrow?
46.
He doesn't have a driver's license.
He doesn't drive. Now,
What does that say to you?
A lot of people are like that. Actually.
Okay, no, they're not. A lot of people aren't like that.
If you're 96, what about opening the debates last night with all the crap that is going on?
Wait, let's go back to the match game. All right, now here he is. It's time now for Super Dave. This question is: Norm Macdonald does not blank. All right.
This is the way you want to play it.
No, I don't want to play it. No.
This is the way we're playing,
All right, Super, wait a minute.
This is the way we're going.
Super Dave, I want to agree with what you said about Norm Macdonald here in the studio. I want to tell you what I think. I heard that he has not spoken to his own brother in 5 years.
That's ridiculous.
Well, sometimes you take a break.
No, wait, true or false? Have you spoken to your brother? You have two brothers, right?
Yeah.
One of them is in Canada. Both are in Canada, right?
One's in Washington, one's in Canada.
You have not spoken to your brother. Is it Neil, is it?
What are you
Is it true or false? Is it true or false? We're talking with Norm Macdonald, actor, writer, producer, stand-up comedian. Super Dave Osborne one time said, I can never get him to return calls. His brother Neil Macdonald, who lives in a farm town in Quebec City, says he has never returned his calls in 5 years.
That's ridiculous.
Is that true, Neil?
Listen, I'm a Canadian reporter living in Washington, D.C. I'm used to not getting my calls returned.
Yeah, Neil, how you doing?
That's your brother, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Super Dave, his brother, Neil, answer the question to see so Super Dave will not feel bad. Neil, have you spoken to Norm, your brother, in the last 5 years?
I haven't spoken to Norm in a long time. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get your calls returned.
Wait, Super Dave. See, I always think Super Dave's kind of lying.
So Super Dave's first name is Super?
Yes.
So, like, if I called myself Great Neil, you'd have to call me.
You know, Neil, there's a reason he hasn't talked to you in 5 years. Because you bore the living crap out of him. Now, let me tell you this. The Queen of England is walking with an administrator in the hospital.
What?
I said the Queen of England is walking with an administrator in a hospital. She walks by a room, and a man is masturbating. She said, oh, my God, what's going on? He said, well, he has a problem. It's a physical problem, and if he doesn't do that 5 times a day, he could explode and die. She said, oh, I'm sorry. Then they go to the second floor, where she walks by a room, a nurse is giving a man oral sex. She says, oh, my God, what's wrong? He said he's got the same problem as the guy on one, but better insurance.
All right.
No, but if that was in Canada, the government would provide it.
See that? You know who should hook up?
Norm, wait another 5 years. I'm telling you, if that's what he does, if he comes back with that Canadian crap, don't talk to him.
Now, listen, here's what I want to know. I want to know how a guy, you're 46, are you, Norm?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know how a guy who was born 46 years ago in Quebec City and grew up in the same house I did acquired a Brooklyn accent. What the hell? Where'd that come from?
Wow.
Do I have a Brooklyn accent?
I don't know, but your brother now is dogging you. Super Dave is correct.
And I'm seeing him on Bill O'Reilly. Norman is one of the 37 Americans left who still think George Bush is doing a great job.
Wow.
I do.
No wonder you haven't talked to your brother in 5 years.
No, I think
someone just drop an anchor off the boat. Weren't we sailing in comedy heaven and someone came on and just dropped the Canadian
No,
anchor
I'm not a
off the side of the
professional
boat?
comedian. I'm very funny, though. I'm a very funny guy.
Yeah, well, why don't you show it? What are you waiting for? How old are you?
No, I think George Bush is terrible.
Wait, let's go here.
No, George Bush is not terrible. Terrible is one thing. George Bush has to climb up to be terrible.
Super Dave Osborne with us.
What do you want?
Norm Macdonald in the studio, and his brother Neil just joined us.
Other family members that can really make this a party?
Listen, it's great. It's great being on the same line with you there, Super. I watch you on Larry David. I think it's pretty funny.
Oh, then I like you. I take it.
Look at that. He loves him on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and now he's a fan.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Big fan of Neil Macdonald's, are you?
I can tell you how to get
back down another 5 years.
I can tell you how to get the CBC's news show online there, Super. You can watch it on your computer. I'm sure you will.
Thank you very much. Are you a sheltered person like Norm is?
No.
But you know what? Can I say something about Norm that no one knows?
I spend all my days trying to get people to call me back here. I mean, I'm one of these ignored.
Quiet down, Neil. I'm talking.
Super Dave is talking.
Great father.
No, Super Dave is yelling.
I'm telling you that. Well, how else am I going to make my point? Norm is a great father. I don't know if you know that. I'm serious.
I do. And Dylan's a great boy. He looks a lot like Norm did when he was young. That same sort of angelic blonde thing going there, you know.
Okay, take over the show and I'll quiet down. Let's see what happens.
Just a second once.
See if Johnny,
yeah,
go ahead. Johnny loses the call letters totally.
No, but Super.
What?
Neil actually lives in Washington. He doesn't live in Canada.
I'm going to Canada in 2 weeks.
But he lives in Washington.
I haven't lived in Canada for 10 years.
Why do you live in Washington?
Because I'm a foreign correspondent for Canadian television.
Oh, that's a good job.
Yeah, Norm, that is right, Super Dave. It is a good job.
I said it's a good job.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
You didn't mean it.
I did mean it. You know, no one asked you to interpret for me.
I'm just kidding.
This
I'm
is
hurt.
not the match game, my friend.
The match game with Super Dave Osborne. The match game. Neil Macdonald, Washington, D.C. Norm's older brother is a blank.
Norm, why don't you call me back?
Is a blank. Super Dave, he is a blank.
Norm, why don't you call? Hey, Berta says happy birthday, too. Why don't you call me back?
Give my love to Berta, man. We'll go eat.
Yeah, let's go eat.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll talk about your brother.
Yeah, Super Dave said he's going to go eat with me like 90 years ago. I've never even met him.
Oh, no kidding. He always says that. That's his line. That's Super's line.
No, it is
Let's
fair.
go eat, and
Yeah.
then you never get a dinner. You're like Red Buttons, you know?
Yeah, that's right. And Red Buttons is dead, Norm.
You're like
Red Buttons was waiting for Super to fuck.
Right.
And I never got a dinner.
You know what's funny?
What?
It's not funny. It's not funny.
I'm hurting and I'm angry.
Americans
but this is
are hurting
not funny.
right
We're
now, and
hurting.
they're angry. They're hurting and they're angry.
We're hurting.
They're angry.
We're angry?
They're hurting.
I'm hurting.
Americans, all right.
I'm hurting.
They're angry.
And I'm angry. We are. We're all hurting and we're angry by all of this.
You know, Norm and I were going to do a radio show,
That's right.
but then Neil wouldn't be a part of it, so we said no.
Neil, why don't you help those guys out with their radio show? Norm, Super Dave, and Neil Macdonald.
Yeah, that's just what they need.
They do. Hey, listen, do you want to say happy birthday to your brother here?
Yeah,
You know, Neil sounds like a good guy. How come you never call him?
Yeah, why don't you ever call your brother? Norm, it's terrible. That's terrible.
No, I'm going to start texting.
No, what? I
You
don't.
do that.
Wait.
I hate that so much.
I want to be
have a
clear.
cell phone. He doesn't have a cell phone. That's nonsense.
You hate texting?
I hate texting. I hate it.
Hey.
I hate people walking around staring at their hand.
Welcome to the 21st century,
It is,
buddy.
It is.
Yeah, come
I
on.
love texting.
Yeah.
You know why?
Texting?
It's
Are
very
you kidding?
quick. Right to the point. Get to the point.
What's wrong with talking?
That's too much trouble. Too much trouble. Norm, wait a minute. You don't have a computer, do you? Or you don't drive a car?
No, I don't.
You don't have a computer?
I have a computer, but I don't.
Say happy birthday to Norm now.
Happy birthday. Berta says happy birthday. Teddy says happy birthday. And Lori Joe says happy birthday. And we hope to see you soon, but we know we won't because we'll call and you won't return our call.
You better return his call, Norm.
Yeah, why don't we have go to dinner?
Yeah.
But that's what I say, and then all I get is that stupid.
You like steak?
Leave a message.
How about you like steak, right?
Yeah, well, where do you want to go?
Houston's?
Let's do it.
Go to Houston's in Century City Plaza.
Yeah, you know that Houston?
Sure. Yeah, that's where you go.
Did you hear what Johnny B just said?
That's exactly where we're going.
That's when you got to go. To go to the one in Century City
No,
Plaza.
that's where we've gone before. That's why I'm so amazed that you said that. Whenever me and Super Dave get together, we get together at the Century City.
That's where we go.
But are you amazed that Johnny B just said that?
No, Johnny B never, he does things that amaze me all the time.
Do you know?
I wish he was back on the air.
Hey, Super, because they have great food at that
Oh,
Houston's.
my God, yeah.
That's good food.
Artichoke dip.
Artichoke dip, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Super, when you guys go, can I go with you guys?
You know how much fun that would be?
Oh, man, but Neil's got to come, though. Really?
Neil will wait on us.
Neil?
How would you like to have Neil as your waiter? I'll have steak. I wouldn't.
I'll have steak. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Oh, God. All right, Super Dave Osborne and Norm Macdonald appearing
Happy
at
birthday,
Houston's.
And Norm, wish Neil a happy birthday if he has one, okay?
Wait.
Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
I love Norm. Norm is from my home country, Canada, and from my home club, Yuck Yucks. And I've worked with him many times. Norm had one of the funniest stories he ever told on The Tonight Show about his father. Do you know about his father and Bill Cosby?
No.
No, not his. He told this on The Tonight Show. He told a story. It's one of my favorite stories because it's real. Again, Bill Cosby was on SNL when, as a guest host, when Norm was there, and he tells a story about his dad got him into comedy. Norm Macdonald's dad would sit him down every time there was a comedian on The Tonight Show or wherever. He would sit him down and make him watch, and they would watch Cosby together. Cosby stand up, and they would laugh. That was his father and him bonding moment, and maybe the reason he got into comedy. So when Cosby was on the show, he went up and he said, "Mr. Cosby, you know, I just want to tell you that I think you're the reason I'm in comedy. You are my dad's favorite comedian, and he used to make me sit down in front of the TV and watch you, and that's what inspired me to go into comedy, but you're his favorite." And Cosby says to him, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "I'm from Ottawa, Canada." And Cosby says, "I'm playing Ottawa. I'm on tour. I'm going to be playing Ottawa in 2 weeks. Give me your dad's number. I'll call him, and I'll bring him to the show." And Norm goes, "That's amazing." He goes, "What's his number?" And he wrote down his number, and then he walked away and he started sweating. And one of his friends said to him, "What's wrong, Norm?" He goes, "Well, I told him that story. And then once he said, I'm going to call him, I was too uncomfortable to tell him my father died 5 years ago." So I just wrote down a bullshit number, and that's it. And they go, "How could you do that, Norm?" 2 weeks goes by. Norm is sitting in his office. They get a call. They said, "Norm, Bill Cosby is on line 2. This is 2 weeks later, and he picks up the phone and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "Listen, I'm in Ottawa and your dad's not answering. They said that this number is disconnected that you gave me. What is his number?" And I can't remember for the life of me the end of the story, but Norm was stuck on the phone and he didn't want to say, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that he's dead." Like, at what point do you kind of break this to Bill Cosby? It was one of the funniest, real, uncomfortable, and that kind of comedy is the kind of comedy that when people are uncomfortable. And when Norm Macdonald told that real life story, it's really funny, but oh my God, his father's dead. He's in a, it's
How
like,
do you get out of that? Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way.
Was there an ending?
I can't remember the ending, and I wasn't prepared for this story, and I remember I hear it a lot. I'm just kind of bowled over by the loss of somebody younger than me.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And then I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
One of the nicest, most genuine, authentic people I've been watching over and over again. One of my favorite moments of his is in 1998. In January 7th, if you look it up, January 7th, 1998, he did the Letterman show. That is the day that he got fired from Weekend Update.
Right.
And he wouldn't say anything negative. Letterman did many, many times to him in his face. But he first of all, he was fired. He still showed up and did this appearance. You know, if you got fired off your main event, I doubt you would want to
promote it
and be out in public.
Right.
And that's all they talked about. And he would not say, Letterman was going, "What kind of idiot would fire you?" "No, he's a very nice man. He was a nice man. He just didn't like he would not besmirch the guy that made
Class act.
The most classy.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me, and I was talking to my buddies on a text chain the other day, a bunch of comics, and I said, this wasn't Norm's time. He didn't want to live in a world of Don Ohlmeyers. Everyone trying to cancel everybody.
Right.
It was interesting that he's gone now.
So you went on there and told that story, and then Dave was kidding you about Don Ohlmeyer, et cetera, as I
Right.
recall.
Dave was much more upset about it than me. Because Dave wasn't under the influence of Xanax.
I wonder if he's doing it now. Up there. Up there. She's up there too.
My favorite of all of the hosts of these types of shows is
what's his name?
Is the host of Deal or No Deal, Howie Mandel.
Howie. Yeah.
He's the most amazing. Even though he's a comedian, he does it, and I'm going to tell you that you are in a moment.
Yeah, and he still gets us every week.
Every time.
Every week.
Here we see the president and the first bitch. Hey, slow down, you bitch. Let me catch up. Here we see President Clinton looking for something, anything, to hug besides his wife. This week in South Africa, Winnie Mandela was removed from the new government by her husband, President Nelson Mandela. A curious Bill Clinton later called Mr. Mandela to find out how exactly you go about doing something like that. Gosh, Hillary looks pretty in this photo here, doesn't she? Never realized she was such a looker till I see her here in this picture. A frightening moment this week for First Lady Hillary Clinton. Her plane, en route to the former Soviet Union, was forced to make an emergency landing when it was discovered that a frayed wire in the engine was causing serious malfunctions. The president was said to be furious and demanded an immediate investigation of what went wrong with Operation Frayed Wire. First Lady Hillary Clinton has been out of the country this week visiting the remote region of Siberia. Said the president, quote, when the cat's away, the mice... Oh, who am I kidding? The mouse screws plenty of women even when the cat's right here. At the White House this week, President Clinton officially came out against same-sex marriages. What's more, the president said he is not too crazy about opposite-sex marriages either. Astronaut Shannon Lucid, back on Earth after a record 6 months in space, was welcomed home Tuesday with a phone call from President Clinton. Said the president, quote, this is just the beginning. One day we'll be able to send an American into space indefinitely, and I hope it's a woman. Speaking in Australia this week about the problems of being America's First Lady, Hillary Clinton joked, quote, perhaps I'll walk around with a bag over my head when I come out into public and have no opinions and never express them publicly or privately. To which the president replied, yes, yes, oh God, yes. As new questions arise about Hillary Clinton's role in Whitewater, the president appears to be distancing himself from the First Lady. Earlier today in his weekly radio address, the president insisted, hey, I sleep with hundreds of girls. I can't vouch for all of them, you know? Though more indictments are likely in the Whitewater investigation, President Clinton is still refusing to say whether he will pardon former Whitewater associates Jim and Susan McDougal. But when asked if he would pardon First Lady Hillary Clinton, the president was crystal clear, quote, she does the crime, she does the time. Court documents made public this week, independent counsel Kenneth Starr told a federal judge that Hillary Clinton is now a, quote, central figure in the Whitewater criminal probe. Reacting to the news, President Clinton called the investigation a partisan witch hunt, vowing, quote, if the First Lady is somehow convicted and has to go to jail, I will do everything in my power to wait 2 weeks to start dating. with growing indications that First Lady Hillary Clinton may be indicted for her role in Whitewater, President Clinton is reportedly starting to prepare for that possibility. Plans so far include renting a hall, hiring a band, and making a giant bathtub with margaritas. In a unanimous verdict this week, a Santa Monica jury found O.J. Simpson liable for the wrongful deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, awarding the plaintiffs damages of $8.5 million. Reacting to the verdict, Simpson insisted that he has nowhere near that amount of money and that his only remaining asset is 30 pairs of Brunei Mali shoes. The announcement of the verdict came toward the end of President Clinton's annual State of the Union address, and to many observers, completely overshadowed the event. Even the president was distracted during his speech, waiting to hear exactly how much it costs to kill your wife. Well, more O.J. Simpson news. On Friday, the Juice officially endorsed Bill Clinton for president, adding, quote, "I'd like to help him any way I can." To which the president replied, "Well, there is one thing." An American President, Rob Reiner's new film starring Michael Douglas and Annette Bening opened in theaters last week. Here with his review is Update movie critic and 42nd President of these United States, Bill Clinton.
Thank you, Norm. Thank you all.
And what did you like best about the movie?
The dead wife.
Independence Day, the science fiction fantasy starring Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, and Will Smith, was not only last summer's biggest box office hit, it was a national phenomenon. Here with his review is Update movie critic and 42nd President of these United States, Bill Clinton.
Thank you. Norm, I think it deals with some of the most fundamental questions of existence. Is there intelligent life out there? Is it friendly? If not, what if it came to Earth and killed the president's wife?
I guess I never thought about that, Mr. President.
I have. Every day of my life.
Last week, the president vetoed a Republican bill to balance the budget, and he used a pen that belonged to former President Lyndon Johnson. Clinton has also been working his way through John F. Kennedy's vast supply of condoms. Well, more bad news for Bill Clinton. This week, an appellate court ruled that Paula Jones can proceed with her sexual harassment suit against the president. Jones' suit is based on a 1991 hotel room encounter during which she alleges that then-Governor Clinton dropped his pants and exposed himself. She is seeking $700,000 in damages, $100,000 for trauma after seeing the governor's penis, and $300,000 for each thigh. Well, Chelsea Clinton turned 16 a few weeks ago, and apparently her father has been teaching her to drive. Early reports say that under the president's tutelage, the first daughter has become exceptionally good at cruising for chicks. A Connecticut hotel where Bill Clinton spent the night has donated to a charity auction a bagel the president ordered from room service but never ate. Though potential bidders should be advised, while the president never actually ate the bagel, he did have, quote, relations with it. Sounds delicious. This week, President Clinton made history when he nominated Madeleine Albright to be first female Secretary of State. Responding to critics who say that she is not the best choice, the president insisted, quote, "She looks a lot better after a couple of drinks." This week, in arguments before the Supreme Court, lawyers for President Clinton asked that the sexual harassment suit brought by Paula Jones be delayed until he leaves office. According to Clinton's attorney, quote, if the president were hauled into court every time some nut accused him of sexual harassment, he'd have no time to scare up tail. He likes scaring up the tail. Okay. More bad news for the president. This week, convicted Whitewater swindler James McDougal claimed that his ex-wife, Susan McDougal, had an affair with Clinton while he was governor of Arkansas. The president denied the charges, adding, quote, if you really knew me, you'd know that I was always faithful to Jennifer Flowers. In a startling reversal, Kenneth Starr announced yesterday that he would not resign as Whitewater special prosecutor and that now he intends to stay on until the investigation is completed. This new development apparently did not trouble a confident President Clinton, who still plans to resume making conjugal visits to Susan McDougal. Yesterday, President Clinton underwent a 2-hour operation to repair damage to his knee, suffered in a fall while visiting in Florida at the home of professional golfer Greg Norman. Many were surprised to hear that the two were on friendly terms, since Greg Norman had once threatened that if he ever caught Clinton with his wife again, he'd smash his kneecap with a 5-iron. The White House says that surviving relatives of those who died in a 40-year-old federal study which allowed men infected with syphilis to go untreated will get an official apology from President Clinton. According to the president, quote, if not for the sacrifices of these brave men, I would not be alive today. Court-martial proceedings are set to begin Tuesday against Air Force Lieutenant Kelly Flynn, the nation's first female B-52 pilot. Flynn is accused of conducting an adulterous affair with a married man, as well as having a brief fling with a second airman, and then lying about it. An Air Force prosecutor called her, quote, a sexual predator, while her commanding officer called her a, quote, lying sex addict. Meanwhile, President Clinton called her. Well, the White House is an empty nest this week following Chelsea Clinton's departure to begin studies at Stanford University. A wistful President Clinton says that while it's difficult to see his daughter grow up, at least now he'll feel less guilty about hitting on her friends. According to Reno, there is no evidence he misused his office to raise money, improperly allowed contributors to stay overnight at the White House, or sought contributions in exchange for political favors. You know, it's hard for me to believe this, but for Janet Reno to send this letter, I guess it must be true. The president's sleeping with her, too. It's beyond comprehension, but... On Tom Snyder this week, actor Tony Danza said he thought the recent open display of affection by lesbian couple Ellen DeGeneres and Anne Hesh in front of President Clinton was extremely disrespectful. On hearing the comment, President Clinton responded, someone should tell Tony Danza to shut the hell up. Meanwhile, President Clinton was in Akron, Ohio this week, presiding at a town meeting about race relations in America. The president chose Akron as the site of the meeting, partly because it is the home of the Coming Together Project, an organized effort to end racism, and partly because it is the home of Suzanne Rosenberg, an old classmate from Oxford the president still has sex with. Well, President Clinton received an early Christmas present this week, an adorable Labrador puppy. And presidential historians say that it will be good for his image. According to these scholars, in comparison to a male dog, the president's sex life will seem relatively normal. A 5-year-old child writes, Dear Mr. President, when the Republicans are finished wasting taxpayer money on their Whitewater witch hunt, perhaps they can join you in your efforts to protect Medicare and the environment and to expand the Earned Income Tax Credit. P.S. Paula Jones was asking for it. Here's one from Elizabeth A. of Long Island, who wrote, Dear President Clinton, Newt Gingrich is a bad, bad man. Also, Paula Jones was asking for it. The Supreme Court We'll begin hearing arguments over whether Paula Jones' sexual harassment suit against President Clinton may proceed. Jones, who claims that while governor of Arkansas, Clinton exposed himself to her in a hotel room, says that she can accurately and precisely describe the president's genitalia. But White House spokesman scoffed, quote, "Any woman who's worked in the state of Arkansas for the last 20 years could do that." Does President Clinton have a bent penis? Well, according to a doctor who examined him last week, the president's genitals are, quote, completely 100% normal. It should be noted, however, that the doctor who examined him also has a bent penis. That may color his findings a little. Well, as his last stop on the trip, the president met in Buenos Aires Thursday with Argentinian President Carlos Menem. During the meeting, Clinton asked Menem to continue with economic reform and protect democratic freedoms. Menem, in turn, asked Clinton to show him his bent penis. Tomorrow, Chinese President Jiang Zemin begins a week-long visit that could define U.S. relations with China for years to come. President Clinton plans to ask Jiang for several things, including human rights reform, trade expansion, and a Chinese herb said to have the power to straighten a bent penis. This week, an angry President Clinton demanded that Congress stop dragging its feet on something he has long championed, a medical Bill of Rights for U.S. citizens. In all, there are 10 items in the President's Bill of Rights, running from number 1, a rich, satisfying sex life is the foundation of good health, to number 10, a straight penis is not a privilege, it is a right. Mysterious Indonesian accused of illegally raising millions for the Democratic Party. Earlier this week, Secret Service logs showed that Mr. Wong had visited the Clinton White House more than 60 times. But on Friday, administration spokesman revealed that there are actually 2 John Wongs. Furthermore, they stressed that the John Wong who visited the White House is a different man. He isn't the fundraiser. He's the guy who killed Vince Foster. On Capitol Hill this week, 17 Republican congressmen formally asked the House Judiciary Committee whether there is sufficient evidence to begin impeachment proceedings against President Clinton. In response, the president said, quote, "Hey, you know who would have the answer to that question? Vince Foster." This weekend, veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, "boring and uncreative." Admitted Brinkley, "There was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body." The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? This week is Taxi Cab Appreciation Week, so to all you taxi cab drivers out there, I'd appreciate it if you'd take a shower once in a while. How'd that go? PLO leader Yasser Arafat announced this week that his wife is pregnant. The happy couple said they really don't care if the child is a boy or a girl, just as long as it hates Jews. The United Paramount Network's new show Star Trek Voyager finished in first place Monday night with a 14.7 rating. For those of you who don't know, 1 rating point is equal to 950,000 nerds. Well, there's good news this week from strife-torn Ireland, where a historic peace agreement has just been signed. Gee, I wonder if anyone will celebrate by drinking. Angry over the Atlanta Braves and Cleveland Indians' use of Indian caricatures as logos, Native Americans showed up at the World Series tonight. They chanted for hours to protest Indian stereotypes, though it didn't help their cause any when it started to rain. In Nashua, New Hampshire this week, a high school student, Chris Conley, while attempting to dunk a basketball, lost his balance, crashed down on the rim, and shattered 2 front teeth. Gee, I wonder if by some crazy chance Chris is white. Well, if I can be allowed a personal opinion, you know, I think Harrison Ford's new mustache works. And by works, I mean looks really gay. Well, this week, world chess champion Garry Kasparov defeated an IBM computer in their 6-game chess series. Experts are calling the encounter between chess wizard and supercomputer historic, because, for the first time ever, it brought together both geeks and nerds. In honor of this year's Academy Awards, Carnival Airlines is offering anyone named Oscar a free flight to or from Los Angeles. The airline had tried a similar promotion in the past for the Tony Awards, but according to airline spokesman, they found that their planes were packed with too many, quote, greasy Italians. Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. In overseas news, an attempt to lift the ban on gays serving in the British Armed Forces has been defeated in Parliament. This raises a difficult legal question. How do you exactly tell if a British guy is gay? In Bridgeport, Connecticut, the Statakoti Indian tribe is seeking recognition by the Bureau of Indian Affairs in order to open either a manufacturing company or a casino. I wonder which one they'll choose. Manufacturing company or the casino. Potential jurors for the O.J. Simpson case were asked to fill out a 75-page jury questionnaire this week. In the entire state of California, only one person got a perfect score. Xiao Ming Wu, who after the trial plans to attend Caltech. In Michigan, state historical commission officials say they will not interfere with the building of a new major sports stadium, even if construction unearths historical artifacts. However, state Indian Affairs officials say that if relics from a Native American tribe are found, they would like to have the land set aside and designated as a sacred tribal burial ground / giant casino. According to the U.S. Bureau of the Census, California's population is expected to grow nearly 18 million by the year 2025. Also by the year 2025, it will be much easier to find a vacant apartment in Mexico. According to a new survey by the Women's Vote Project, women would be more likely to vote if they could send in ballots by mail or if polls were open longer. Also, more women would vote if you were permitted to bake your vote. They like to bake. Finally, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people, which once again proves my theory: women can't drive. 4 Wisconsin men have been charged with felony hate crimes after burning a man's buggy simply because he was Amish. If convicted, the men face up to 25 years in prison. But furious Amish leaders say that is not enough. They want the dunking wheel. On Wednesday, NASA launched the Space Shuttle Columbia on its 87th voyage. This trip by the shuttle will feature the first spacewalk ever by a Japanese astronaut who will get to take in the unique perspective of Earth from space. Gee, I wonder if there's any chance he'll take a picture. This week, computer hackers broke into Yahoo, the internet's most popular website, and vowed to unleash a crippling computer virus if a fellow hacker is not released from prison. Experts warn that catching these cyber terrorists will not be an easy task and may require the cooperation of both nerds and geeks. Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. I'm thankful for women.
Oh, there you go.
The greatest creatures on earth.
That's all right. We'll get behind that one.
I think women are more intelligent than men. Also, Conan, without women, there would be no cookies.
How many Polish guys does it take to screw in a light bulb? The question cannot be answered because Polish people are so fucking stupid that no matter how many of them are available, none of them would ever be able to complete that simple task.
This is a meta joke. Have you aware of these meta jokes?
How many comedians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. One to do it, and the other guy to go, how long's he been up there?
I like that.
On stage.
Yeah, because they was going,
how long? How long?
Oh, that's a good one. That's Polish people. I remember the Poland. Do you remember they were trying to had something? They were trying to land on the sun.
Oh.
I was going to say that the Polish government did actually try to land on the sun back in the.
No, they didn't.
Yes, and they were ridiculed for it because they said you'll burn up when you come anywhere near. They said we're going at night.
Who?
Now.
Oh.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like...
Attitude. You have to say this with attitude. So you have to read ahead and use your acting skills. I liked you in She-Devil.
Thank you. A study has found that men are just as likely as women to spread gossip. At least that's what I heard Rick tell Brad, who, by the way, has a crush on Patty.
Oh, does she?
All the racial things against Asians? Yeah, can you tell me them?
Well,
I love when
Guy Aoki got mad at me one time.
Why?
He's the head of the guys that get defended. In terms
so just
of
tell me some.
Well, he knows them the best.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
What about this? I call it the G word. The G word.
Do you know the G one?
Oh, gook? Yes.
Well, you just said that like it came out so naturally.
Oh no, you're right about
you just said it just like secondhand.
I thought it was a term of endearment.
It's not. But can I tell you guys? Can I tell you guys where?
You think that's like a fucking handshake?
Tell me some of the Asian things that
like
what you saw, small penis.
No, like names, yeah.
Oh, yellow. Yeah.
Yellow,
man. That's just what
yellow man. That's what you said.
God,
you made that up.
Oh no,
Hey, yellow man, get out of my bar. I've never heard that.
No, that was just
guy
my
runs
favorite.
out of the old one, so he has to make up a new one. Come on.
And lastly, Weekend Update has been part of SNL for 46 seasons. And here I'd like to pay tribute to one of the best we ever had, Norm Macdonald. Thank you.
Are you planning any tribute to Norm Macdonald? And can you tell us about how much he's impacted you and the staff and everything, just his legacy?
I think he meant the world to the people there. I can tell you from just the number of people I've heard from, the number of people that have gone and talked about Norm. All of us had, you know, when you work with somebody for that many years and they make you laugh and you're aware of who they are as a person and as a friend. I think Norm was one of the funniest people I've ever known, and because he's Canadian, I put him right there up in the top 5.
Say this is an award for late night comedy. No one was funnier in the last 20 years than Norm Macdonald on late night comedy. So if you have any time in the next week, do what I did and just spend time YouTubing clips of Norm and Conan, because it just doesn't get better than that. Thanks so much.
So it wasn't a studio crowd-pleasing effect. It was never aimed at the studio audience, you know. It was always aimed just directly at me. I just what I knew was funny.
Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. Native Americans in upstate New York are trying to block plans to build a Kmart on the site of a Mohican burial ground. In addition, they were upset to learn that sales at this particular Kmart will be announced, "Attention Kmart savages." 3 years ago, an 11-year-old British schoolgirl put a message in a bottle and tossed it into the Atlantic Ocean. Well, this week, she was astounded to receive a reply from halfway around the world. Sadly, the reply read, "You're 11, what are you wearing?" While in the hospital, Michael Jackson had his room specially decorated with 2 huge photos of Shirley Temple. But don't get the wrong idea here. Michael Jackson is a homosexual pedophile. He is... In Falls City, Nebraska, John Lotter has been sentenced to death for attempting to kill 3 people in what prosecutors called a plot to silence a cross-dressing female who had accused him of rape. Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die. A Brooklyn man crossing an expressway on Monday was hit by at least 10 cars. According to police, the man's body was spread over a 2-block area. Police also reported that various organs were flattened on the road and that his spine had been ripped out of his torso. The man is currently resting in stable condition at St. Mary's Hospital. Frank Sinatra turned 80 this week. Frank Sinatra. And although the singer is said to be suffering from Alzheimer's, he had a typically festive birthday, singing a duet with a hooker and having sex with Tony Bennett. Probably going to end up in Jersey with a meat hook up my ass, but it was a good joke. Here we see the president and the first bitch. Hey, slow down, you bitch. Let me catch up. In Whitewater News, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? Thanks, I'm Norm Macdonald, and now the fake news. Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. O.J. Simpson was in a different courtroom this week, attempting to regain custody of his 2 children. In order to prove to the court how much he loves his kids, O.J. pointed out, quote, "Hey, they're still alive, aren't they?" Women would be more likely to vote if they could send in ballots by mail or if polls were open longer. Also, more women would vote if you were permitted to bake your vote. They like to bake. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people. Which once again proves my theory, women can't drive. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So, no, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
What kind of computer do you have?
It's a Mac, Norm. It's a Mac.
Mine's a Dell. I like a Dell.
I know, we covered that. There's one piece here I thought you might find interesting. Is Joan Rivers. You were talking about some old
Joan Rivers.
She's old.
She's old, but she's great.
Just kidding.
Still great. Yeah, still great. But she makes her living, you know, lambasting celebrities.
What did she do?
She
lamb what?
You know, basting.
Lambasting?
Basting. Yeah. Celebrities and.
We might want to put a hard thing over the A.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm
all
trying
right.
to rush through this. We don't have a lot, and I.
All right, we'll spell it all phonetically from now on.
I did that with one of the guys' names. Here.
Okay, we'll get to it.
She lambasted Adele.
I love
the
Adele.
British
You ever
pop
heard Adele?
singer Adele.
I heard it for her, and I
Voice like a
great pipes
She has great pipes.
and lungs too.
Oh, she's a good singer. Yes,
and lungs too.
Rivers.
Would only work if she was a pipe smoker. What? Okay, good.
Anyway, Joan Rivers, she called Adele, who's 24 years old, chubby while visiting David Letterman on The Late Show.
Oh.
And wisecracked. She sang live and said, my throat, I don't know if I can swallow. And I said, oh, you can swallow.
Oh, come on.
What is her song? Rolling in the Deep? She should add fried chicken.
This is what she said on Letterman?
This is what Joan Rivers said on Letterman about Adele. Rivers didn't back down from her comments, though she revealed Adele confronted her about it. She's a chubby lady who's...
Okay, I don't want to hear any more of this. Because Adele is one of my most favorite people.
Really?
Well, she's talented, she's rich, and she's almost as fat as me. I like, I'm a big fat guy now. I don't want to be seen with thin ladies, Then people will think it's... But, look, I know it's wrong to objectify women. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But in our sexual fantasies, I think we do, as men, objectify women, don't we? I always think of Adele, like down on her hands and knees with an apple in her mouth.
So, but that's better?
Better than what?
That's objectifying her.
Yes, I'm saying I think we do that as men.
Okay.
We objectify women, don't we?
Yeah.
What? Don't we? I like Adele. Is there anything wrong with that?
Hey, I like the ladies.
I like Adele. I like a woman who knows her way around a funnel cake.
I thought the joke was...
What about Josie?
How about the joke should be, Adele is mad at Joan Rivers and crushed her. Tipped over and fell on her. Hey, don't mention that name.
I would love to see Adele in concert.
Oh, I thought it was a sexual...
Oh, no. I'd also love to see her on my toilet eating a Reuben.
No, I like chunky women because they're accessible. I don't have crushes. Oh, the Playboy centerfold. Ooh. I like to fantasize someone either I've been with or who tells me they're wet.
Kathy Griffin.
And they're fat.
Yes, because
So you're like me, but you're thin still.
I got a gut.
You got a gut, isn't it weird? Because I used to be thinner than, I'm not thinner than you, but about the same.
I know, we never thought we'd go, is this fat-free? Or,
yeah.
Well, I was so skinny growing up, not a joke, but I used to want to go to, my fantasy was I'd go to sleepaway camp, be 300 pounds, and no one would recognize me. It's really sucked being skinny. Yeah, it was no joke. I'm being serious.
Maybe if you're thin, that's why you're attracted sometimes to fat women.
No, you know what the thing is? Now it's cool to be thin. You're a brooding, Rick Ocasek animator. Yeah, you have your head. You know, you know what I mean. Now it's cool.
Nowadays, it's cool to Rick Ocasek.
Still hip.
I'm like this dad who he's 60 but he thinks he knows references. I could mix it up with the kids. I know Marilyn Manson and I know about anime.
Holy shit! Your dad knows about anime?
No. My friend who's 60.
I went to see an Adele concert.
And there was only room for 3 people in the back.
Oh, come on.
Meaning she takes up the. No, But that's what he does. He makes shocks outrage, and then he does fat jokes.
No, I'm not doing fat jokes.
Well, he genuinely would like to see
all I said was I went to see an Adele concert.
Oh.
And what's the joke?
There's no joke. It was disappointing.
Oh.
Why?
Because she sang a song and the concert immediately stopped.
Why? Because of the occupancy limit?
No,
that was one of my
it's not over
thrills.
till when the fat lady sings.
I thought it could be 80 or more people is dangerous and unlawful. And I thought, meaning she took up 80 of them.
You are something else. I thought.
So, Jenny, what month was your
Stop
issue?
quoting Churchill.
May of 08. Who was on the cover? Do you remember?
It was a Russian girl.
Uh-oh.
And my nickname's Genocide, so I think that was kind of funny.
What?
What?
What do you mean? Is Genocide giving her comedy fucking advice?
Why is that? It's funny because there was a genocide.
In Russia? Only about 70 years ago.
Against the Russian people.
Who still lives?
But me.
That's not
You first.
Huh?
Check it back. No, it was it wasn't a complete genocide.
What do you mean?
No, it was.
Well, Stalin was a mass murderer.
Only Jewish people seem to get really offended by my nickname.
There are 5s in a case.
Dave's getting bored.
Right,
Well,
because they're the only ones that live.
Well, the only
through
true
a
genocide was the. Well, I don't want to say
Another one this way, Sam.
That was a true genocide.
Wow. What?
The American Indians was a true genocide.
No, that was for land.
No, that was justified.
That was for land. We were taking their property.
No,
It doesn't matter. What does it matter what the motive
No,
is?
the genocide.
Yeah, the motive
against
is
the
to
Indians
just
was
hatred of a race to exterminate them
It was
without a
just- it was
political or economic
justifiable
agenda.
What we did with the Indians.
Well, it's not
No,
justifiable.
well, who's saying it's justified?
I said it. Well, let's
Just we got to bury that.
I'm just wondering how it's justified.
point counterpoint.
You've never heard the legal term justifiable genocide? Hitler was out of his mind at the time. Clearly insane.
I'm trying to take another opinion so we can have some friction here. It's a television show, honey. I can't agree with
This
everything
guy
you
fancies
say.
himself a modern-day Bill Maher.
Thank you for the dumb opinion.
Some days we get closer. Things that we never really needed. Promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over. If we never got a chance.
You know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him. I can't. And there's nothing redeeming about the guy. I tell the guys, I go, how on earth could these Germans follow this lunatic, you know? And they're like, oh, he was an incredible public speaker, you know? He could hypnotize you with his public speaking. And then I see him, he's like, strangely, strangely, strangely. And I go, what? That's not my idea of a silver-tongued devil, you know?
too
gives
long.
a shit about Oosthuizen?
That's a good point.
Oosthuizen is 72 back.
I'm sorry, who is this?
How long have you been there? A long time.
Well, who cares about? Oh, look at that putt. He missed it.
Jeff
Jason
Martin.
Day.
Jeff Martin likes Oosthuizen. Well, Cabrera's doing well. You're a man, Super Dave.
I love that, except he almost knocked the leaf off. Did you see that?
No.
He was in the crap area, and he was. Haven't you been watching the Masters?
Yeah, he
What are you
couldn't.
watching?
We watched. He couldn't quite take a full swing.
Oh, you mean he couldn't?
No, but they said if he knocked the leaf off, it was a penalty.
Oh,
Really?
he was in
That's
the
what I just
area
said.
there.
Oh, you
It's
said
a
that, Chad?
penalty if you knock a leaf off. What kind of
Wow.
a stupid game is this?
Wow, I didn't know that. Chad Drew knew that. I didn't know there was a penalty for knocking
Chad
a leaf
didn't
off.
know that.
It's technically
didn't know
improving.
that.
Knocking a leaf off would be the same thing as breaking the whole
Oh,
branch.
you mean knocking a leaf off in the practice?
Yeah, that's what. That's.
Yeah,
what,
no. If he had knocked the leaf off in the regular swing.
oh, is that
If
true?
The leaf hits there's Ulfhosen or whatever his name is missing a butt. But if who is this guy right here?
That's Thorbjorn Olsen.
What is his name?
Thorbjorn Olsen.
You think Freddie still has a chance if he goes into the clubhouse even?
No, I think there's people under par. in the
Uphill battle.
clubhouse.
I think Mickelson's out. He's like 15 over.
Freddie, I don't think he's going to head to the practice range.
What happened to the 14-year-old? Where is he?
He shot 75, so he did better than yesterday.
Boy, is he unbelievable.
Is that something? 75.
That is just unbelievable.
14 years old, 145
People don't
pounds.
understand that. People don't understand that.
They say he's 145 pounds, just soaking, glistening wet.
Well, I don't think we have to get into that.
That's what they say.
We're not, I mean, what do you think this is going to the coach at? Oh, look at Tiger.
We can't quote Jim Nantz. Okay.
No, not Jim Nantz. You're getting into the football coach.
Sandusky.
Yeah, you're getting into Sandusky. Who gives a shit how much he is soaking wet?
Jeff Martin.
Hey, who's this? Look at this.
This is Brad Snedeker.
I know the Snedeker needs this shot.
If
boy.
Snedeker
He
can
needs
get
this.
up and down, I bet he picks up a stroke.
This is where Oosthuizen
What
last
a
year.
beautiful
shot by Snedeker.
What a beautiful shot by the Schned.
And Snedeker could pull to within one.
Good.
I'll tell you what they said, though, is the guy that's working him is tired. The puppeteer.
Oh.
Super Dave, serious question. I know you're rooting for Cabrera, but would you rather have Cabrera win in a walk or an exciting finish with someone else
You
win?
know what? I just love his life and what he's accomplished and what he did coming from, really poverty, unbelievable. I'm just so rooting for him. All these other people, they're brilliant golfers, but a lot of them are privileged. I just love Cabrera's story. And I love the story of Tiger and Nealon.
Tiger and Nealon's a great story, too.
Isn't that a great story? Doesn't that bring tears to your ass?
Well,
Cabrera will try to save par. He has only one bogey on the day.
Have you been doing this all day again? You know what's interesting? I went to my phone, I watched 2 minutes of the podcast, and you were eating on camera. Your mouth was filled with food like a chipmunk.
The
And
podcast available on your phone, wherever you
but
are.
you were talking with food in your mouth. Oh, he's going to miss it. Oh, he missed it.
Cabrera will save for bogey. But yes, we are available on apps and so
But
forth.
why were
If
you
have
talking with food in your mouth?
If you have a cellular phone, just
Why are you the host of a show with food in your mouth? I've never seen that before.
You've seen it here first, folks.
There's Day. Look at that. Oh, my God. You don't think there's planes overhead?
Jason Day is on the green.
This guy kind of, doesn't he bore you a little, Adam Scott?
Yes, he bores
a
me
little bit,
greatly.
yeah, a little
But Brant Snedeker has never looked afraid. I mean, this final pairing, this final pairing has shown no nerves
That
at
was
all.
an exciting shot from a boring man, though.
If he makes that, that'll be nice.
Norm?
Yes.
Why are you speaking in that kind of tone, like an announcer?
I'm not speaking like, well, I am an
No, you are, but you're talking like you're speaking over the crowd. There's no crowd.
Okay, come on now.
Oh, he missed it. Snettleman missed it. The Snettle missed it.
Snedeker,
He had
the
a
best
chance.
player on tour.
He had a chance and he missed it.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Is he? And he's two back.
A golden opportunity to pick up a stroke.
He could have picked up a stroke and he missed it.
Or is he three back?
Two, because
Two
Cabrera bogeyed as
This
well.
guy could win it. Bo Van Pelt.
This is hard to believe.
He's only two over.
I think he'll hit a good shot.
Oh, no.
Not bad.
Look, he's happy.
Does Super Dave want to hear a golf joke?
Super Dave, Chad Drew has a golf joke for you.
Great. Your phone's starting to break up again. This is why I didn't want to call today or be called. Your phone's breaking up again.
Chad Drew has a golf joke for you. He can hear you, not me.
Are you ready?
What?
Yes. Thank you. An elderly golfer is talking to his seriously ill wife. If I die, she asks, would you remarry? Maybe, he allows. Would you golf with her? She continues. I might, he says. What about my golf clubs? She persists. Would you let her use them? The man thinks for a moment, then says, there'd be no point. She's left-handed. He already has a wife.
Guy meets a woman on the golf course, and they start playing, and he can't believe it. She gets the piss out of the ball. She plays fast. They go home after the round. She cooks them the best dinner they've ever had, and then he wants to kiss her. She says, no, not so fast. I'm not jumping in bed with this. So this goes on and on. 2 weeks they play golf every day. All of a sudden, one night after dinner, he says, look, we're either going to take this another step or I'm through. She says, all right. And he kisses her. He said, my God, you kiss beautifully too. Let's go to bed. She says, there's something I have to tell you. He said, what? She says, I'm a man. He said, and you played from the fucking red tees?
All right. Leishman.
Who's this? Is this the Leisher?
It's
He made it.
Leishman.
He made it.
Well done.
The Leisher made it. He's an exciting player. I could go the rest of my life without ever seeing him play. Don't you agree?
I agree.
What do you make of Snedeker missing that putt?
I thought it was a choke. Oh, look at Tiger. What is he doing today? What is going on with him today?
Well, he's going for it
This
every
will
time.
be on the green.
Chad says this will be on the green. Chad Drew has just said this will be on the green.
You know what they just replayed was what's his name's shot from last year. Wasn't that the greatest golf shot in the history of the world?
Bubba Watson.
Yeah, where he hooked it around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what gets me a little sick is when they say he's going to take a 5-iron hit at 238.
Yeah.
Okay, watch him. Watch him. If this were me, it would hit the tree, hit me in the face, and I'd be in the hospital. Watch.
That is unbelievable.
Okay. Let's see if that comes around.
It's amazing. He was sort of hoping it would go a little right, like even off that lie.
Your connection's breaking up again, and I can't go through this. It's emotionally disturbing. Look at this guy. Look at Mickelson.
Yeah.
Boom. That put him back in the hunt. He's 12 back.
No,
he almost hit the
this was the shot where he won the Masters.
I know, and he jumped 2 inches off the ground.
No, this was the second one. He missed that putt, believe it or not.
What a shot, though. God, these guys are unbelievable, aren't they?
Your best shot is only as good as the next one. That's what my old
Holy
golf coach
Christ.
used to say.
Oh, my God. I just lost all ability to ever get a hard on again. Look at this shot. Watch him watch the ball. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. When did you last do that, Norman?
Look at a black man's eyes?
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You know what? You know, that was so weak. That was just so weak, wasn't it? When you go home tonight and think about that tonight, aren't you going to say, Jesus Christ, that was weak? All right, Jason Day for a birdie, and he missed it to the right.
Jason Day has spent most of his time kneeling down with his hand to his face.
I hope we have interceptors ready. That's all I can tell you.
Adam Scott still trying to get involved here.
Nice putt, Adam. The hole's to the left, ding dong. Jesus Christ. Wouldn't it be great if he pulled that glove out and it was a long white glove like Michael Jackson? Here's the Schned man after missing that putt.
Long par 4. Snedeker has...
Why are you talking in that tone still? There's no crowd. There's no noise behind you. There's no one listening. Why don't you go back into your own voice, like when you said to me, am I looking in the eyes of a black man? Watch the Schned miss this putt again. Right to the right, you choke.
A little decel?
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable totally. Watch my man. Watch the Cabrera here.
Here's Cabrera. He'll go in the woods, I believe, on this one.
I don't think so. You want to know why he plays so great? Because when he was a kid, and even as a man, he was chased on the golf course by the police. So he had to hit and run. That's why he plays so quick and so beautifully.
He was being chased by the police.
Wait a minute. Look at Sergio. He's still in it.
That's unbelievable.
How did he come back? How did he come back? He's going to...
Wow.
He's going to...
Someone's going to hold that out in the final groups. I'm telling you.
What hole is this?
That's 15.
That's 15. So he's going to get to 4 under with 3 to go.
There's Mark Leishman. He's got a pitching wedge.
Okay,
700 yards.
Well, I just got a text from Lori Joe saying that it's a lot more entertaining with Super Dave.
I love Lori Joe. I can't believe she has listened to this whole thing. I mean, she must be going nuts. Look at this putt. He missed it. Who's that guy again? Olsen, York, and Morgan. What's his name?
Thorbjorn.
And they call him what? The Black Bear? What do they call him?
He doesn't have a nickname that I know of. Do you know?
Yeah, they just gave him one. They call him the something bear. Hey, I played this hole, and if you guys could play this course, the back nine, the first time you play it, it's just unbelievable. You can't hold the ball on the green. I can't. Watch this. Watch this.
It's inappropriate to ask him how he got on there.
What a garbage shot that was. See, he can't come back now. It's over with after the putt.
Wonders how you get to play Augusta.
Because I knew someone who was a member.
I'm afraid Thorbjorn Olsen's nickname is the Great Dane.
Yeah, the Great Dane, is that what they call him?
Yeah.
I thought they
I feel
called
like
him
a lot of
German
people from
Shepherd.
Denmark get that moniker.
Don't they call him the German Shepherd? Watch this. Watch my man. He wants to go left. He wants to go left. So far right, but he's still doing well. He's playing it a little safe right now. How did Sergio Garcia get 4 under?
Boy, we're all really blessed that the weather is not showing up. We wouldn't want to see this Monday morning.
What?
We're glad the weather didn't hold anything up, and we're hoping it stays that way.
Why would you you be on the air again Monday?
Yes.
You would?
5 in the morning.
I can't believe it. I don't understand this. You'll have to explain it to me sometime. You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm telling you, I have to do that. I'm gonna sit here and announce a baseball game to myself. It's the same thing.
No, it's different.
Why? It's golf.
Well, we just got a text from Jackson Hoekstra, Lori Joe's nephew.
And what did he say?
Oh, he said something bad about Jeff Martin.
He did?
Yes.
Don't read that. That's not very nice.
No, I'm not going to read it.
What did he? Oh, look, here he goes. Watch this. Is this? Yeah, that's him.
That's Dave.
This better be good, or that place will be strafed in a minute.
Strafe.
Uh-oh, look out. Look out for the planes. That's all I can tell you. I hate the way that guy putts, this Adam Scott, with a 34-inch putter. He missed it. Are we syncing up today as far as the picture?
We are on the Video Podcast Network.
God damn it. I swear to God. Look at Sergio for birdie. He could be 5 under. What if he won this? He missed it.
Sergio led after day 1 with 6 under.
Yeah, but he faded like he always does.
He shot 66 in the first round and 76 in the second round.
That's right. That's an average of what? 72.
That's an average of 72.
Well,
here's Leisure.
It's an average of 71.
Look, he's short. He's short. Boy, no one is taking control right now. You know that? Here's Tiger for birdie. He could be 4 under. This is important. He's got to make this, or Elon will pay. It's good. All right, now he's back in.
Tiger to 4 under. Don't count him out. He has 5 to play.
Are you that far behind me?
Now, Sid Youngers called in earlier and said the winning score would be 9 under. He seems to be in the ballpark, but
who's Sid Younger?
What could I mean, if you're hoping for Tiger Woods,
why are you talking at that range still? Why are you?
No, I'm saying so you're going to hear.
No, but you're at a very high pitched. Announcers yell over the crowd. There's no one there.
What wins
there's
this?
2 guys in the booth with you, and there's no one there.
What wins this? Is Cabrera?
I don't know. Watch the Schnetty. Look at the Schnetty. He needs a birdie here, and he's
oh my goodness,
dear.
Snedeker.
Oh, the wheels are falling off the Schnetter.
Best putter on tour.
Not anymore.
And you just saw him mouth wow. If you can lip read, he just said wow.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were allowed to cuss. Isn't that a stroke?
Well, what's his name say yesterday?
Drops. You have to disqualify yourself.
Like Snickers or
no.
Coocher. What did Coocher say?
What did Coocher say?
He said, "Oh, you stinker."
Oh, stinker.
He said stinker?
Yeah, well, he had a bad shot. He had a bad shot.
He called it a stinker?
No, like he was talking to himself, I think.
He said, "Oh, you stinker."
These guys are such gentlemen. It's insane. Isn't it?
Well, I mean, Tiger can use coarse language.
He said the F word before.
Huh?
Watch Angel make this putt.
Language?
Yeah. Who?
Watch Angel make this putt. Look at this. Oh
yeah.
my God! He left himself a long one.
They're not seeing this.
The gates are opening. The gates are opening.
Chad Drew said there should be no coarse language on the course.
If you swear and a leaf drops, you have to disqualify yourself.
Boy, Snedeker is going to need all his putting ability for this one.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not a gimme for Cabrera either. All right, this is it for for him. He misses this putt, he might as well mail it in. Tiger's 4 under.
That's what I'm saying, Super Dave. I'm saying Tiger's 4 under, and if Cabrera misses the putt, he's 7 under. Is Tiger still in?
I swear to God, this is such a flight. Yeah.
Tiger could certainly.
3 putt.
Okay, now Cabrera's got to sink this. Look at the Schned go down.
Now, would you like Cabrera to miss this so Tiger is 3
No. I want Cabrera to still stay in the lead.
So he'd still be in the lead, but you're.
No. I don't want him to go back. Oh my God.
So you've given up on Tiger.
Look at Jason Day. Look at this shot.
I think he's still in. He's still in it.
Wow, did he?
Holy moly!
Wow, what a shot by Jason Day.
Did he hit that beautifully? Did he hit it beautifully right into the
And he doesn't get rewarded.
What a beautiful shot, though.
That's unlucky and could find Ray's Creek.
I don't know if it's unlucky. What if he'd flown past there?
You're saying his
Come
next
on,
shot?
make this.
You know, we haven't heard much about Ray's Creek.
No. Well, we can't hear the
He
telecast.
made it.
Wow.
But it hasn't come into play. I don't think.
Cabrera holds on.
Have we seen anybody hit it in?
Still 8
short
under.
on 13. I don't think.
I have not.
I think we did yesterday. Someone rolled one in.
You're right, though.
Maybe Friday.
Cabrera 1 under for the day. None of the other players.
Poor Snedeker. He's got to be kicking himself.
Day is 1 under on the day. Scott's even. Leishman is 1
What's
under
tough
on the day.
what's tough is the Schneider is playing with Cabrera, and Cabrera is just so solid. He's so solid, and the Schneider is now missing putts. What do you do during commercials? What do you do? Look at this guy with a nice thing and a birthday cake.
Oh no, we don't talk about the commercials.
Well, commercials are only a minute long, as you know.
Yeah, but there's 3 or 4 of them. So how do you pass the time?
There's always stuff to talk about.
Let's hear something.
I take a little break when you call in.
Do you?
Yeah.
You kind of went away and thought I'd carry it for the next 8 hours? Jesus Christ. This is the most fucked up group of people I've ever been with, because you don't really have a rhythm going. Norm is speaking at a high level softly. I don't understand. It's like a yelling golf announcer is what he's doing. He's way up there in the pitch, and you guys are taking a break.
That's what we should do during the commercials. The critique
of the group.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I really like is seeing Norm eat during the podcast. I've never seen that from a host. His cheeks were full like a chipmunk. I don't know what the fuck he was eating, but he would eat, and he was talking and eating, and didn't even care about it.
Well, I like to, the golfers always eat a banana.
I know, but you're not golfing. You're not moving. You're sitting on your ass for 8 hours. You don't need a banana. What, you can eat potassium?
Well, the interesting thing about what fell out.
Are you okay?
I'm all right.
Watch this shot from Cabrera. Watch this shot from Cabrera.
Angel Cabrera saves on.
Magnificent. He's playing smart and safe.
He's playing as safe as a player can do to
Did you
lose
see him?
a
Did you
tournament.
see him? Did you see him look left there to see if the police were there? He can't get that out of his system.
No, you're right. He was in the woods on 8. He was in the woods on 10. Both times he just took his medicine, played it safe.
Yeah.
I know.
Didn't make it worse.
Brilliant shots. Now watch the Schned, man. He could go into Ray's Creek.
Well, Snedeker is going to go for the pin.
No, he's not.
Well, we'll see.
If he goes for the pin, it could be all over. Look at his caddy. When did he get out of jail?
When did he get
Right.
Spectacled guy?
No, he's got beard and fucking, he's just in prison or something.
He's got a lot of...
Look
this
at
looks
that.
like a very
Look
good
at that.
That's an amazing
Look
shot.
at that
He's
sand
already hauled
shot.
one out of a bunker today for eating.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
God, is that beautiful. Halt
You know
the
who he has to
plane.
thank for
Stop
that?
the
Mother
strafing.
Nature.
He
With
just
the
called a
rain.
halt to the strafing. Did you say that? Did you see what he did?
Yep.
You see that signal? No more strafing for a minute, he said. How about that play? Now
Chad Drew has just told us that the rain is coming into play now and holding that ball.
All right, watch the Schned. It's a good shot. It's off to the left, though, it looks like.
I'm going right at the pin.
Oh, my God, right at what a beautiful
Norm has an
shot.
uncanny ability to...
What a beautiful shot.
Did you hear what Jeff Martin just said?
Yeah, I ignored it. What about his caddy, that Schned man? That guy's either mentally ill or he's a prisoner. I think he might have snuck him out.
Well, he has a lot of sweat, it looks like, on his hat band.
Yeah, and he stopped his beard a little below the ears. Look at the Tiger. It's 400. I want him to get 5 right now.
Can Tiger Woods put some pressure on him?
Staring it down.
No, terrible.
Oh,
that mound.
Oh, it's gone out on the ground.
Terrible.
We were talking about that an hour ago.
Now, Super Dave, having played that, do you think number 14 is one of the most difficult greens on the course? That's a yes.
It's so annoying. Adam Scott.
We couldn't hear what you said. It was something
I know, and I
complimentary.
couldn't hear what you said. Okay.
Oh, wow, he blew it past the trees.
He's actually in very good shape, though.
Yeah, but I don't care about him anymore.
Did you hear what Chad Drew asked you about playing Augusta the 14th? And
No, because you break up because your stupid transmission.
Well, he said is the 14th a very difficult hole to play.
Now that was, look at this draw by Leishman. Oh, that's textbook. That's impressive.
Isn't that beautiful with all the colors of the flowers and everything?
It's really nice.
Did you see the guy from Augusta with the green jacket? Welcome everybody, the president. Wouldn't it be great if he had a KKK hood on instead of the green jacket? And they just let him do that. Welcome everybody to Augusta. We're proud to have you watching, and we're proud to be here, and we're proud to have everyone at this golf course as long as you're white. We haven't had a Jew here in years, and we've never felt better about it, I have to tell you. And as far as blacks go, Tiger's okay, but that'll about do it. We're not interested in many more than that. We want you to watch the program and enjoy all the sweets. Good luck, and have a great Masters.
Of course, Super Dave just joking about all that.
Sergio missed.
This all comes under the heading of good fun.
Yeah. We're the ones whose actual names are on our driver's licenses.
Who is this guy playing with Sergio?
That's Mark.
Oh, that's the guy. No, it isn't.
Is it
That's
Bo
the
Van
guy
Pelt?
that made the hole in one or whatever he made.
That's Bo Van Pelt.
Bo Van Pelt, yeah. Okay, this guy needs a bogey. The Duke of Hazard, whatever his name is. He got it.
The Great Dane.
Thor, boy, you know what? You ought to pick one name. There's too many names there. Thor, Bjorn, Olsen. The hell is he? And look at his caddy.
Here is Angel Cabrera for the long birdie, and this has 3-putt written all over it.
Oh my God, it's good. No, it's not. It's short, but it's beautiful. He's playing safe, great golf is what he's doing. He just heard a gunshot.
You know what they say about playing safe?
What?
I don't know.
What have they said?
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
You know, they have a, I'm not going to bring this subject up, but it's just scary as hell.
It's dangerous to play safe.
No, it isn't. Not when you're playing the Schned.
Staniker for birdie. He's 5 under?
Yeah, he's...
How far is he back?
He's made a couple of bogeys.
He missed the birdie.
He's not making
Three back.
The Schned missed the birdie.
What's happening?
He bogeyed 10 and 11.
Oh, hey, did you see what he said? Shit.
Well, there's only 6 holes to go. How far is Cabrera up?
By 2. Over Day, Leishman,
Watch
and Scott.
Tiger, watch this shot. Look at that.
Look at this.
Look at that shot. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? God God Almighty, is he unbelievable?
That's the 14th green, Super Dave. Is that probably the hardest green on the golf course?
Yes. Is he magnificent? Is he magnificent?
All right.
He's great.
Great birdie by Jason Day.
Yeah, he's right back in
To
the
pull within one,
700.
right?
Wow.
Yeah, he's right there.
Jason
He's right
Day
there.
has it to within one.
This guy can play.
This is an amazing shot.
Yep.
Guys
It
have put
really
it in the
is.
water from there.
It really is an unbelievable shot.
Well, he was helped out by Mother Nature.
Right.
What?
The green's softening up.
I'm
going to take a few looks at this one.
Look at this. This goes in.
That was not today, by the way.
It was earlier today.
It's earlier today.
Earlier today, yes.
Is he on auto-tune?
How can you be so misinformed?
It sounds like I wish he was on auto-tune.
Chad Drew says it sounds like you're on auto-tune, Super Dave.
More breakup. I can't take anymore.
The connection's bad. We're missing these compliments.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. What does it cost to get a decent connection in today's world?
Oh, there he is.
I don't know. I mean, everything is wired up. Why do you have a bad connection?
Oh, man. It's, well, you know, it's
You're breaking up. Your explanation of the bad connection is breaking up. Do you know how annoying that is? And don't answer me in the announcer voice.
Do we know how what that is? You broke up.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Rub my nose in it. Just push my face in it.
Rub your what?
I'll keep it up. You found a runner. Now you can really work it.
I can do what with it?
What? Why I can do what with it? What? What'd you say?
Oh, we heard you
know,
there.
That's like a 2-year-old repeating what you're saying. It's the same game.
How old was it that was repeating it?
It's the same game you play in school until you get the shit beat out of you by a bully. You know what I mean?
I do.
Hey, there's Ray's Creek. Where is Ray? You know what they ought to call it is Ray's Cock. For no reason other than to just add some fun to this broadcast.
Well, Mark Leishman will try to add some fun to the broadcast.
Oh, God Almighty. God Almighty. You are just a joy. I'd never heard you talk like this, ever. Oh, terrible.
That's not good.
Mark's upset. He's got his boobs going today, but it's in a black shirt. Come on. Oh, Tiger for par?